Tonight, anger over plans to trade on Easter Sunday.
Businesses encouraged to be guardians of the reef.
Ted Malone accused of being too old for re-election.
Cotton farmers look ahead after a season of disasters.
Serving Central Queensland with Brough and Joanne Desmond. This is 7 Local News.
Good evening, thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
Central Queenslanders will be able to take advantage of 5 days of shopping over the Easter Anzac long weekend, with independent retailers opening their doors from Friday to Tuesday. Tourism operators are set to benefit, but there are fears smaller businesses will struggle to profit from back-to-back public holidays.
An environmental initiative has been officially launched in Gladstone to help protect the Great Barrier Reef. The Reef Guardian Fishers program encourages commercial fishers to take an innovative approach to preserve the Queensland icon.
And all the industries and the people that rely on having a healthy reef out there.
It's not a set of new hurdles for the industry, but a chance to get others involved in environmentally friendly practices.
But the kinds of things will be looking after the reef by where you anchor sensibly, fish in the right zones.
The initiative is the first of its kind in Queensland. There are plans to eventually expand the new program right along the Great Barrier Reef. Emily Fardoulis, 7 News.
And the federal government has come under fire after pledging $8 million for new research on the Great Barrier Reef. Scientists will look at pollutants, including runoff from farms and land during extreme weather events. But marine scientist Dr Walter Stark says it's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
Throughout the floods and cyclone, a lot was made of the Queensland spirit, the sense of community and looking out for your neighbour. But is this sense of community more myth than reality? In fact, do we even know the people who live next door? That was one of the questions in the 7 Local News We Listen survey conducted throughout Rockhampton, Gladstone and other parts of central Queensland. Emily Fardoulis takes up the story. She's beautiful and well done, Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Good on your mum too. All right, mate, let's get into it, Nathan. Plenty of changes to the Comets camp, eh?
Yeah, Broughy, after back-to-back losses, Wayne Barnett's made changes ahead of the North's clash. More league next, plus Dawson Valley steal one in CQ Rugby and a fiery start to the new-look CQ Premier League. You're with 7 Local News. There's been plenty of changes to the Central Comets squad for this weekend's clash with Norths after starting the Q Cup season with back-to-back losses. Fullback Nat Bowman has appendix problems, so he's been replaced by Clint Rothery. Mitch Zornig will debut in the centres, while Tyrone Haynes has been called into the second row. Ben Faulkner's also back in the starting side, pushing Tim Glaspie to the bench. An injury has sidelined 5'8" Ian Webster, meaning Nathan Barraclough will partner Jonathan Taverner in the halves. Meantime, in round 1 of the local league, Brothers have embarrassed the Sharks, stomping them by 56 points. In the other match, Yeppoons come from behind victory trump Norths at Brown Park. There we go, Joe Broughy. Big game for the Comets against last year's grand finalist Norths. Due for a win, I think.
Bounce back and nail the Devils. Yeah, that'll be good.
Thanks, boys. After the break, Livio has all the weather details for us.
Coming up after the local news, what Ricky Ponting had to say about his decision to step down as Australian cricket captain. A dangerous landslide as torrential rain returns to North Queensland. A discount price war, good news for grocery shoppers. And Brisbane's first radio ratings for the year, all in 7 News soon.
Good evening, Livio Regano with tonight's weather. Gloomy skies continue to dominate central Queensland with widespread cloud and drizzle across much of the Capricornia and Central Highlands, undercut by fresh, cool southeast winds. The Bureau is forecasting similar conditions for the rest of the week. The Rockhampton City forecast just a shower or two on most days, with top temperatures hovering around the high 20s. Well, folks, until last weekend, I couldn't explain these patterns on the water that formed after rain sent by Graham Brooker. But suddenly I saw the same thing happen at Lake Wabi on Fraser Island and realised it's the local wind currents within the shower that change the water texture. Well, at least that's the way it looked to me. Catch you tomorrow, folks. Here's Joe.
Great, thanks for that, Livio. And that's 7 Local News for this Tuesday night. Thanks for your company.
Hey, folks, nice having your company. Our email localnews@7.com.au and we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night.